What it do, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your girl, .bl. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I have an opinion about something that I'm going to share with y'all, but I'm going to obviously tie astrology in. I am an astrologer. I'm an intuitive astrologer, though. So the way that I do it may be a little different, but we're going to talk about what happened during the last 20 years with Pluto in Capricorn specifically, and how we're now in Pluto in Aquarius, and how that's really shifting a lot on this planet. I feel for people. It's not a good, easy, fun time for a lot of people because the world is changing. The world as we know it is changing, and it changes every second of the day. However, this is a big shift, and I feel for so many people, the influencers and stuff is where I'm going to go with this video and why I feel for them. So hear me out. I'm kind of just flowing. We free flowing, we kikiing, we talking, right? But before I get into it, like I said, I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I'll give you a quick background. Long story short, Pluto is the planet of transformation. Boom, bam, pow. I'm shaking up your life. I want you to see some things. So in order to see some things, we have to have life go a certain way so that a tower moment can happen. Boom. So that something big can shake you up. And when Pluto is in Capricorn, it means that there is this, for the last 20 years or so, 16 years, we were in this era of starting to shake up corporate America, starting to shake up the way things are supposed to be, starting to shake up the way that we make money, the way that we call in opportunities, the way that we are seen and appreciated by the world. And so 2008 is when Pluto was like, all right, let me dip my toes into Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about public recognition, work life, putting in the work and doing what you're supposed to do because you want that recognition. You want to be seen. You want to be appreciated for the hard work that you do. Okay? Imagine going from an energy like that to Aquarius, the free flowing, I don't actually care what people are telling me to do. I actually just want to go this route instead. So y'all, you know what I mean? Not y'all, I'm just giving an example because I had to put the finger. You get it. Anyway, but imagine going from one strong energy for 16 years, 2008, we're in 2026. 2008, 2026 is bad. That's a long periodical time. You know what I'm saying? It's a long period of time. That shift alone shakes so many of us up. Capricorn is, during that time period, a lot of millennials were young and were watching people go from, I just want a stable job, I just want to get through, to, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the best of the best. I want to be seen as the best. I want to strive and achieve things that I never thought were possible for me before. But the doors have opened, so let's go. And I'm going to do it by any means necessary. And I'm going to make it happen no matter what. That's what the collective was going through for 16 years. And that meant people transitioning, going from working a certain lifestyle, because like I said, Capricorn is about work and being seen. So I'm going to talk more about work, whether or not you were employed by a corporation or you worked for yourself. But there was a pivot, truly, from working for a corporation to working for yourself, from wanting to just get by and feel good about where you're at to now wanting to be at the top of the top and not letting anyone get in the way of you getting to the top. You know, there's this like boss energy that naturally comes with Capricorn energy. But then when you put Pluto, it's like, I'm going to shake up anything in my path to get what I want and get to where I need to get to. Right. And so that energy is so loud, and it's something that we all as millennials, I'm a millennial technically. And it's just a time where we saw growing up rappers doing what they got to do, talking about get rich or die trying, get this money, let's go, like doing whatever they're doing. If you're not into rap, people are just talking up this luxe life all of a sudden, when at one point it's the American dream, the white picket fence, do what you got to do. And of course, some people were dreaming for the big thing, but Capricorn energy heightens that energy, if that makes sense. Now, transitioning to Pluto and Aquarius, which just happened in 2024, okay, that's an energy where we're meant to now take that I want to be the best of the best and shift it into I want to be the best me that I can be so I can show up for society and be a helpful contributing person to society, whether it be a small community, whether it be showing up unique ideas and just innovative things that help the world. You went from, not even you're telling me, Pluto, you telling me, you took me from Capricorn that wanted to climb the ladder, do what I need to do, put me first, I want to be seen, me, to now I gotta think about so many other people and I gotta care so deeply, and my mission has to be so powerful and deeply rooted and felt by people. People don't want to just, for example, don't want to just see my expensive bag haul and all this like beauty, glitz and glam. They actually want me to teach them and entertain. Like, I've been seeing videos online, people talking about what influencers are going through. And so I was like, let me give some backstory. We grew up even understanding, like I said, as millennials, focus on work, focus on getting where you need to get to, get that good job, put in that work to be a doctor, to be a this, to be a that. The music you're listening to, they're just praising how you need to think about yourself and put in work and talking about egotistical things like looks and body. Oh my gosh, all of the implants and the this and the that. And I have no anything against implants. It's just a matter of that's what was hyped up. The big booty, the lips, the all that, because you want to look the best, feel the best, be the best, be seen as the best, because there's this deep rooted thing in Capricorn energy that's just like, how can I really show up and do things so that I can move up the ladder, regardless. In some situations, right? We're talking about collectively. Doesn't mean you're exactly this person. I'm disclaimer. But collectively, the toxic Capricorn energy can be like, I know this job doesn't align, or I know this situation, this entrepreneur idea doesn't align with me, but this is what I have to do to make money, to be the best, to do all this stuff, right? And so what happens is Capricorn energy now shifts to Aquarius, and Pluto's like, all right, I shook your world up when it came to working and being the best and seeing yourself, and you're going to see the truth behind it, because a lot of people that went after things, they start to vent about how they're not happy in their job, how they're not happy being, for example, front facing on social, and so much pressure about posting. Like, there's this transition because yes, rules and the way life works is changing and shifting, and people are looking at life like, I could go after money this way, cool. And so as Pluto got deeper into Capricorn, because there's degrees with astrology, it's like the deeper we got into Pluto and Capricorn, the more the wanting to be seen got shaken. So now you're seen, but you're getting a lot of backlash. You're seen, but you may feel unfulfilled. You may feel like it's a hamster wheel. Like you quit a job because it was so much work, but then you got into influencing and you're back-to-back videos. And if you don't have content, you're shook, you need a break, blah, blah, blah. Like there's pressure that you will feel naturally because Pluto's going to do that. It's like, oh, you're going to go after that. I'm going to shake up your world to show you that you need to walk in alignment, because there's, of course, beautiful sides of Capricorn. Capricorn's meant to create their own traditions. And so, yeah, you want to be the best of the best, but be the best in your lane, in a lane that aligns with you, and not just doing a job because you need a paycheck, because you have to. And of course, if you're someone that's like, I have to do what I have to do, hey, look, this perspective may not be for you. I'm not going to lie, because I'm not taking away from that. I'm just taking the time to talk about mental health and how you can be in a situation that's hurting you so badly because you feel that you need to do something. You go besides yourself, even though you liked your body at one point, but then you entered the industry. So now you need to get implants. But for those that are like, I love my implants, I'm confident in it, that's okay, right? But if you felt forced to do something, uncomfortable situations came up, but you had to X, Y, and Z with a boss to get steps ahead. Like, these are examples, truly. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Like, wear the shoe if it fits. If it don't, throw the shoe the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? That's how I work. And so there's just this big transition now where Pluto and Aquarius is like, okay, I let you live that life for like 16 years. Cool. 2024 and on. Now we're in Aquarius. Now you're going to see how doing all the things to be on top clearly didn't make you that happy. Or if it did, there's been some inconsistencies in the way that you see life. Because yes, being on top is great, but then, I don't know, for example, you started to neglect your family. You had less time for your family. So blah, 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 whatever the case may be. And so you're seeing the repercussions of that. And so Pluto's like, okay, now let's tap into Aquarius, where Aquarius is going to teach you how to actually choose you, actually tap into your truth. If you're someone that's a lawyer, but in reality, you actually want to race toy cars for a living and you want to create an organization that helps kids race cars. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like something that's so fulfilling to you and you feel a calling towards it, but you're like, logically, it doesn't make sense. Pluto is that energy. Pluto in Aquarius specifically is that energy that's going to take you there. And it's a shaky ride. Pluto is not funsies. Pluto is all the hidden fears that is stopping you from showing up, and showing up for society is going to be broken down. And so, oh my gosh, I have so much to say about this because think about it. For Pluto to shake us up, right? When Pluto's in Capricorn, it's going to be a job that, yeah, you got to the top, but you're going through some things. You know, the lax energy, like I said, the family situation, you now have way less time with your family. You now had to sacrifice something because it's probably outside of your norm to do this thing, right? But then Pluto in Aquarius, the next challenge now is you're at the top, but you need to find a way to bring humanitarian energy into it and mean it and not just for show. There are people going through it right now. And so maybe the way you were showing up before was relatable, but now it isn't. Now it's not going to hit the same. And now people aren't connecting with you the way that you once felt that they were. Now the conversations you're having with people, it falls short. Now people are like, what? They don't relate because they're going through things, because Pluto's going to do that. Pluto in Aquarius is like, the world needs to see how much things have changed and how we actually lost a lot of integrity, a lot of passion, a lot of truth, our truth in along the journey. You're now forced to get your truth back. And sometimes when you're seeking the truth and what you actually align with, it can be a challenging ride. And so I said in the beginning of this video that this was about influencers because I think we need to be a little more sensitive to the people that are navigating this time. That's just my opinion on it, because we grew up having people convince us that we need to get to the top of the top, to the best of the best, and be the best and work hard to make money and do all these things. And when we finally make the money, I think the challenge that many people, not everyone, but many people are experiencing is when you make it to the top, you now want to show the world that you made it. Because this is something that's been praised since a child. As a child, you're hearing rappers, you're hearing songs, you're hearing your parents, you're hearing your teachers, all these people. What do you want to be when you grow up? So now it's this obsession. And when you get there, you want to celebrate it. And sometimes the celebration comes from that inner child of like, look at me. And the look at me energy gets us all. Whether you're not online flaunting, but in your family, your close-knit friendship group, you have to show that you're doing well, being well. Like I said, it doesn't have to be everybody. But for those that have fallen into this category, which I have, and I will give you guys examples, but it's this thing where you strive for something, and then when you get there, no one really trains you on how to be the best when you're at the top. It's something you're learning. And so if for all your life, for example, you were never able to buy luxury things, luxury items, when you finally do, there is this itch, this want to showcase it. Okay, fine, I'm not online showing it. Great. But you're making sure that when you're in the store, you're showing the bag, like you want to be seen for it. And a lot of people are going through this, especially like I said, influencers that didn't know social media could get them the amount of money that it's gotten them, right? And maybe other people are good at navigating this energy, but for those that are challenged, I just feel for them. I really do. It's this thing where you work so hard and you kind of want people to be proud of you. And yeah, that's not healthy. Well, you need to be proud of you. I get all of the affirmations that you need to repeat over and over. I get the philosophers that are saying what it is, but let's talk about the real. The real is that when you do something, you like a little bit of acknowledgement. You like people to see the thing that you've accomplished. And that's the challenge. It's now going from I've accomplished this thing, but I don't need to showcase it and put it in people's face so much, because I now need to transition from I need to be at the top to I need to find a way to bring a community of people to the top from an aligned place and not in a way that depletes me. You know what I mean? It's like to pivot in that way is challenging, because you learn a life of like, I'm going to just share and I'm so excited. So for example, I was thriving at one point for sure. Oh my gosh, my job was hooking it up. Plus 2020 hit. I was racking it up. Rack. Oh, I was caking. Okay. And I remember being so proud of myself, like, whoa, I made it this much in my savings. I feel so proud, so happy. And I started to really enjoy life. And for those that know me, since middle school, before social media, I was the girl that came with my digital camera to school or to whatever hangout with my friends to take pictures of everyone. Not to post, but to have. Like, I was always the picture girly, taking pictures of what people are doing, what we're all celebrating, or the fun we're having, the random moments. I took pictures of my friends. I took pictures of myself, selfie. I was flipping that digital camera around to take that damn picture with that big old flash in my face. You know, like, I was that girl. Yeah, and it was exciting. It was fun. And so fast forward to social media life, already I had it naturally in me, but now social media is here and I get to post what I'm doing. I kept that energy up. But as time continued, of course, Pluto in Capricorn was there. I started to see how, for example, Instagram turned into people really sharing big things. Like, at first it was just playful. Here's one pic of like a cute little moment, but I don't really know what you're doing. Now it's like, I went to this hotel and I did this big thing and I just purchased this big thing. I started to fall into that trap. I end up purchasing a car. I have to post it on social. I get me and my sister a really luxurious hotel stay at Encore Hotel in Everett, Massachusetts. And it was like one of the suites. They like upgrade. They asked if I wanted to upgrade. I was like, sure, why not? And beautiful, huge suite. And I had to post it all over my Instagram. And even when, as an adult, I was in that hotel room, I had to call my baby sister, like, hey girl, come and enjoy this hotel. And so I had my little sister in the bubble bath. Oh my God, I was spoiling my little sister. She has school. I'm buying clothes after clothes for her, getting her decked out for the first day of school. For her birthday, I brought her to New York, a whole weekend fiasco, paid for everything. We went to the spa. We went, what is it? Sugar Factory. We went to a Asian buffet. We explored the city of New York a little bit. Like, it was a vibe. And my, mother at the time, me, my mom, my sisters, we were all living together. We would pay for every and anything. We went to these fancy hotels. Like, I'm going down the line to show y'all everything I'm mentioning right now. I also posted on social media. I'm caking. I'm taking care of my family. I don't play about that. I'm ordering food. I'm ordering for them. They didn't have to want for anything. What do you need? I got you. Like, pay for so much, truly. And it was out of the kindness of my heart. It was truly just, I want to take care of my family. It was this proud moment of, wow, I get to do this. And while being proud, I have to show on social media. When I got my new car, I had to go to my family's house and be like, yeah, this is my new car. Why? Why do I need to do all that? Because I, for years, am trained. Even one of my songs, one of my favorite like rap songs in the beginning, because I loved Bow Wow at one point, Bow Wow the rapper, and he has the song "Fresh as I'm Is." You ain't fresh as I'm is, you ain't big, but they ain't steady to like, this is a guy hyping himself up. He's a young boy. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm 16, making more than your dad. Like, he was flexing. That's the stuff I'm listening to over and over again, filling my mind and understanding I gotta work hard and get to where I gotta go. When you finally feel like you got to a good place, of course, I should be thinking of investments. Of course, I should be thinking of all that. I also wasn't getting educated on that. I didn't have a family that's like, here's what you need to do. They would in my ear, but they weren't educating me. And I don't blame them for that. That's okay. Like, I don't need them to. I could do the research myself, right? But I'm just telling you what I fell for. It was the show what you're doing. I'm going to clubs. I'm going to this. But I also was that person, thank goodness, that would also share challenging times. If I'm having a hard day, I was very vocal about like, today's not the day. Like, I had a miserable time. I was posting captions on Instagram about like a lot of the mental anguish, challenging things, fine. But I still had to show the glitz and glam. I still got caught the up. Okay? It just was this little girl in me that's like, I get to do this. I get to provide. I get to show up. I get to take care of my family. I get to spoil them. When I say spoil for, it wasn't just 2020. It's like 2020 to 2020, 2.5 to 3, 2.5. Yeah, it's about 2023. Just straight order food. I was working at home and then ordering and oh my gosh, cooking, doing all this, like, spoil. And I think about that time and I can hold myself accountable and say, that wasn't the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to do all of that. But then I have to come from a place of, where does that stem from? Because I can reprimand myself and I will hold myself accountable, but it's like, oh, as a collective, as a society, we were drilled to show up and to be the best, right? And so Pluto and Capricorn is the type to, like, have you get there. And also, you're gonna go through some things. You're gonna also see the ride and how it's great to be there, but there's also really big challenges. And if you know, I've been through some things. You should go through my videos. I'm not gonna talk about what I've been through, but it's very clearly stated in a lot of my past videos. So, been through some things, humbled ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be humbled, and I chose to be humbled. Actually, the journey I went on was a choice, and it was a challenging situation. It was for 2 years straight. Boom, yeah, pow. I was stuck in a loop of, this is what people want to see, because we're all talking about the glitz and the glam. People are posting all these crazy, amazing things that they've done. When you get caught up, you get caught up. And then boom, Pluto and Aquarius hits. And so now this go-getter thing of, like, be the best, it's actually now a reset of, okay, you learn to be the best in whatever way, whether egotistical or high vibe, because of course there's people that did it right. Of course, right? But then Pluto and Aquarius is like, now you're going to come from purpose. And sometimes pain leads you to purpose, because now you're forced into your purpose. So unfortunately, I have to bring up some of the pain. Divorce happens. Unfortunate things with whatever the kid, I don't want to put, you know what I mean, anything out there, but challenging things come up in our life. And what we're facing as a society, as of right now, like I said, it's 2026. A lot of people are going through challenging times, and they don't want to see people living so lavish and wasting all the money they're spending on lux, on this. But there was a point where we were supporting this. There was a point where we liked it. And maybe you're like, no, I was never the person that liked it, in a different way. You might have liked something else. Maybe you were addicted to video games. You know what I'm saying? Binges video games, binges some porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was doing things that, hey, look, it may not have been the thing that you should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, we all have the way that we do things, but I'm talking from my perspective, because I used to be the makeup girly, the glitz and the glam, the traveling. Oh yeah, I had my family traveling. We went to DC together. Like, man, so much, and we were open to that. And by we, it's just a collective thing, right? From what I've observed. And so now Pluto and Aquarius is like, okay, now you're gonna come from purpose. Pain has to happen. Challenge has to happen. Pluto now has to do the work to shake you up, to help you see that your purpose is in what you can do to provide for the world and help the world without depleting yourself. And so where are your skill set? Where are the ways that you're holding yourself back, but you actually have something to say? And maybe it's not to humans, maybe it's to animals. You have something with animals. Maybe you have something with, not maybe letting your face show, but you post meditations. You do whatever the heck aligns with you, right? There's more of a duty. Maybe there are people that are wealthy and they do need to show traveling, but traveling from a meaningful place. So they go to communities and actually get to know the communities. It's not just 5-star hotel and all that. There's still going to be that stuff mixed in. But as a collective, we just want deeper. And so I say all that to say, be mindful if you're berating people that are just showing off and they're just doing all this stuff. There's an inner child in us that wanted this for a long time. And when you get it, it's like, it's like a kid in a candy store, like, what? I did it, right? And there was a point where we were supporting people that did it. But when life gets hard, all of a sudden it's like, I don't want to see that. Get that out of my face. And yes, there are people that may not be doing it tastefully. Maybe they're selling, they're this, they're that. They're doing what they feel is needed. And people are learning very quickly that there's depth needed. There's depth needed in this lifetime. And the superficial, surface level, I have to be perfect, I need to be the best of the best, is sinking. And so where you're the best at something, you're going to go through something challenging and find yourself sharing it. Yeah, not online with your close-knit circle, maybe with people that you wanted to show off in front of or to look the best. It's not going to happen. Now people can see right through it, and Pluto's going to make sure of it. That's what we're experiencing. And so I kind of wanted to mix in what I'm seeing on social. Like I said, I'm in the social world technically, even though I just have YouTube and LinkedIn and Pinterest. I don't know. But I have those two social medias basically that I somewhat post on, and LinkedIn, not really. But anyway, I've kind of removed myself from the other socials because they just don't align anymore. Like Instagram, TikTok, I don't have them anymore. And I just realized that I feel purposeful on this platform, and that's my truth, right? Maybe you're like, no, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, what is your truth? That's what Pluto and Capricorn and Aquarius. That's what Pluto and Aquarius wants to do. Pluto and Aquarius is like, I'm going to shake up your world, whether good or bad, because a shake up could also be really great things. Like you share this thing nonchalantly, like, yeah, guys, this is what I went through today. And you get so many people relating, or you're on the bus talking to a friend, telling them, and then you just help so many people on the bus because you spoke your truth and someone was like, thank you for sharing that. I need that. You know, like showing up for society is just being so authentically you. Sometimes it's being yourself with your family and not just blowing up angry. I'm gonna do a video about that too. Oh my gosh, someone to family and stuff. Noted. Noted. Okay. But yeah, there's some that's how I process stuff. But even with family, showing up yourself because they need to hear your authentic perspective, but from in a calm way. That's something I had to learn too. It's like, don't just get angry or give up and be like, oh, you don't get it. It's just sit down and calmly hear things out and speak up. Say what you have to say. What you say matters. And if it doesn't feel like that in the moment, still believe in yourself. Don't let it shut you down. You know, it's stuff like that. And so I'm excited for this time. I think we all really need it. We're going to be Pluto in Aquarius for like 20 years. There's a lot that's going to change on this planet. I'm only really I'm scratching the surface, scratching the surface right now. There's so much that Pluto is going to shut down. There's organizations and things that we've been used to, stores, everything that is for profit only and not caring about people and what people need at this time. It's gonna be a problem. People are giving out free things now. These corporations are trying to tap into giving back because that's so important. If you're giving back, but you're giving back from a egotistical place and I just want to look the part place, you're going to now be forced to actually give back from a caring place. You know, like there's just so much, but just be sensitive about people at this time and navigating this shift. Truth and authenticity and innovation is needed. People want to know how to make something out of nothing because they're going through it. And people that aren't going through it, they want to learn how to be their best selves while thriving and not getting caught up in the glitz and the glam. Like there's so much out there that we all want to take in and learn. People are building homes from scratch. You know, like what is the thing that excites you? And don't just think of what do people want from me? What do people want from me? No, it's about what excites me and how willing am I to how willing am I to like share it? And whether that means your local library, you just go and you have a round table, however you see fit. I don't want to give too many examples because Aquarius is so like, it could be anything, you know, even online, you can shift someone's perspective and world because you have an anonymous blog and you're just speaking about your life and your truth. People want to have that authentic vibe, the fake, the glitz, the I need to be the best. People are tired, are exhausted. And Pluto's like, that's right. That's exactly right. You know, and so for 20 years, we're in this energy. And people are getting hit with what this energy means. So influencers and their engagement, you know, can get hit because people are like, I'm going through it. I don't need to see a luxury bag, or I don't need you selling me. No, you know, and even when I was going through it, I was doing the selling. And I also felt like I really wanted to help people. And so there was like a in-between energy of like, if you want to help people, just say what you have to say and be confident in who you are and not be obsessed with selling. You know, just stand on what you know and show up. And if one person views it, never mind a like, 0 likes, but 1 view, be grateful. You did your part. It's cool. I have bills to pay and I have this and I have that. Whether you fight it or not, you're gonna go through some things, and there has to be a peace. And so just keep this in mind. We are all navigating as best as we can. I feel for the people that are going through this transition and shocked by it, because they may have had a following that was super supportive, and it may start to shift, or you may feel a different energy, or you actually may get all the support but naturally feel like something's not connecting, something's missing, or you go through something and you're being nudged to share what you've gone through and you're not that type of person because you're so private. It's up to you what's worth showing up and speaking up about, but Pluto in Aquarius is going to push you one way or another. It may not be in the areas I've brought up. Maybe it's something personal to you. Do with this information as you please. But yeah, I feel for people. But this is a big, beautiful time, and it's going to really ramp up as the years go on, because we all have a duty to show up ourselves. We need it. We need to. And if you don't know yourself, you're going to get to know from the challenges. And maybe challenges is really bad and scary to you, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to just show you some things. If you have questions about your life, what am I supposed to do? Then you see a shakeup that week happen. It's trying to show you something. Think of the lesson. Focus on the lesson. A lot of times we focus on what everyone else did and how everyone else pissed us off. There's a lesson here, because people gonna piss you off. You finna be pissed. You're gonna get aggravated. That's life. You can't change anybody. But why are you going through it? Take a moment to see the lesson. Even if the lesson is, oh, I need to be more patient. Oh, I need to calm the hell down. Oh, I need to just take a moment and not respond to this person right now. I'm not going to say I'm cutting them off and F them. It's just, I need a moment. You know? So, I'm going to leave it there. I felt this in my heart, and I also wanted to talk about Pluto. So, here we are. Thank you so much for making it this far. Like, comment, share, subscribe to your girl's page, and channel. If not, I appreciate you making it this far. I really do. Thank you for being here. I will see you on the next one. Okay.